Hello everyone, hope you are going well. Welcome back to Shaun Does FM. Today we have a New Zealand Championship playoff semi-final. It is one-legged, win or go home. That is the theme for all of our games going forward now. If things go well, I am envisaging or predicting that we have another 7 games, just did the math there, left in our season, provided that we will not necessarily win all our games, but win all our ties is the best way to describe it, isn't it? So when you were last here, that was episode 10 a few days ago. If you haven't checked that out, then please go back and watch before you hook into today's episode. As you can see, it was 45 days ago, that last game against Hexagon United. Since then, as discussed at the end of that episode, we have wrapped up the Football Championship League stage of the season, and with us only needing 1 point from those last 3 games to guarantee top spot, we did it pretty comfortably. First off, we had Waitakere United away from home, bottom of the league, and we bet them 3-0. It was fairly comfortable, this one. 2 first half goals and 1 in injury time. As you can see, a good XG, 18 shots to 4, 5 on target to 3, so could have been a bit more clinical, but things worked out okay. A long throw, 20 minutes gone, Al Khaleesi was able to sprint onto the end of it and put it away one-footed. We then got a penalty on 40 minutes, Rafael Floro burying that bottom right corner. And then in injury time, a really nice ball that from Ili to Mwangi, and he buried it to the left of the keeper, and that sealed things. And Mwangi providing that good impact off the bench up front. So that was a solid 3-0 win for us there. Then we had Hawke's Bay at home. This was a real battle of a game. It took us a long time to break these guys down. The 2-0 result, very fair. They did not have a single shot on target. We had 20 shots and 11 on target. I say they didn't have a shot on target. They didn't have a shot at all. It did take us until 68 minutes to get the first goal. Both goals coming from bench players. Edison Stewart with a run down the right, able to get past a sliding tackle, put a nice ball across the box, and John Mwangi able to bury that. And then deep in injury time, there was a free kick. It was headed across from Mwangi and Barrett, the young lad, 17-year-old winger, get on the end of it in very similar fashion to Mwangi's first goal. So we won that 2-0. It was hardly convincing, but job done. And then our last game, we were better. This was probably the best performance out of a lot of them. Another home game, a 4-0 win against the Eastern Suburbs, who just missed out on a spot in the semi-finals. More clinical in this game than we were in the pro games. Only 9 shots on target, putting 4 of them away. They had a couple of shots, Eastern Suburbs, but not able to do anything with them. We started off much better than the Hawke's Bay game here. Floro with a corner, strong on that near post, able to put one in. Then another corner late in the first half. This time it was Christian Gray also at the near post putting one in. Then the second half, straight after the break, we struck quickly. This is a nice strike from Floro from the edge of the box. Really good one, but then deep in the game, it was Toby Rees. Rodriguez here puts the ball and he whacks this. That is a heck of a finish at 1 goal of the month for last month. Rafael Floro got the goal of the month for the month before, and he was probably on track with that one just after half time. It was just leading into half time, wasn't it? To go 3-0 up. He was probably on track for another goal of the month, but then Toby Rees. There's Toby. Toby Rees with a nice strike there, and he got the goal of the month and the goal that secured that 4-0 win. So, what that meant for the Football Championship table, as we go to our home screen, it was tight. The Phoenix Reserves get into that 4th spot on goal difference over Eastern Suburbs. Auckland City made a late push for that spot, but missed out by a sole point. The other tie, Canterbury United will host Team Wellington. To be honest, either of those Wellington teams are probably the teams I didn't want to face. If we go back and go back to the schedule, look at our games against the Phoenix Reserves, We played them in the first game of each part of the season, and I suppose we're doing it again here because it's been a month since our last game. But that first game we played pretty well, 2-0 win. I mean, we could have scored more. And then there was a 1-0 away game. I showed you the highlights of this one. We got an early goal, but apart from that, they really did set up to not be scored against. They were very difficult to break down. This game, I am pretty sure it was something like 5 shots to 3 if we go just quickly and look at the stats. Yes, 5 shots to 3. It was a real dull affair. They set up defensively. It looks like they're going to do similar against us today, but this time it is at our home ground. Hopefully we can be a bit more clinical. Other news, as you can see, we've had the Champions League quarter-final draw. We are playing Hexagon Sport. This team won the Champions League in 2019, so they're no pushover at all. New Caledonia, that is probably the strongest footballing nation outside of New Zealand in the Oceanic region. I am confident we can beat them. Hopefully we can get a good result in the first league. The first league is at our place. I don't know if that's really an advantage or a disadvantage. Seems more like a disadvantage actually. And it's only 4 days after this game. But in today's episode, we will just do that Phoenix Reserves game. And in the next one, which I will film straight after I play this one, we will do those 2 leagues. Hopefully we can wrap it up and get in a very good position after that home game. But I still think we should have the best of them over 2 leagues. But today, the Phoenix Reserves. The other thing to mention since your last here is we have had a youth intake. I'll just find the best way to bring these players who have brought in. Yep, that's going to work. Do it on age, reports. These are the ones who we were recommended to sign. It was an okay intake. We had some players who sort of had that 2.5 to 3 star ability potential ability that we signed. So it's definitely players for the future. The pick of them, according to our head of youth development, was this man, Matt Leeshout, who's got a year older since he first popped up after we signed him. He looks a decent goalkeeper. For a young guy, he's obviously got a bit of growth being 16 years old. He's decent at one-on-ones, okay commander of area. His rushing out tendency is good. Decent vision. I think he'll turn into an alright keeper. A few others to keep an eye on. Jordan Hearn, an attacking midfielder. He goes okay. He's good. Oh, man. Yeah, he goes okay. Adam Leeshout, another right winger. Man, they don't look great, and to be fair, there's New Zealand, so they probably aren't great in most leagues. As we look at Pullman Ramsey, a defender. I mean, yeah, good teamwork. But I mean, yeah, they'll put the club in decent position for the future. Hurst Debenham's probably got the more potential ability than most here, and a few stats that are going to help him. Good first touch passing, teamwork and work rate. But yeah, we signed a couple. Scott Allen, I think, was another one we picked up. Yep, he's a decent defender. Nothing special, but nothing terrible either. So yeah, we've picked up a few players from the youth intake. You can see the players in the green who we haven't signed. It was an interesting game, that youth intake. I watched it. They went down early and then fought back actually really well after getting a red card. Thanks to that Dean Messenger, actually. He was the guy who got the red card. He still got recommended, which I'm not too sure about, but we'll take the punt on him. What that does mean is that we are now, as I've got a few scout reports to go through, we'll do that in between games. We are now over the wage budget by $371. I am hoping that with only a few weeks left in the season, that won't impact my manager profile too badly. And also the plan is that things go well, we win the Champions League and we get out of here. So that is how the club's looking, and we will get into this game. Both games on at the same time. These semi-finals. We have had friendlies in the month since we played that final game against Eastern Suburbs. We actually drew against the local team and then beat Auckland City and Waitakere in friendlies, which was a little bit interesting with our first team. But let's get into this game against the Phoenix Reserves. The team is all fit. It's all there. It's the same team we've used more or less throughout the season. We've been able to have really good consistency. And go across a little bit so you can see the average rating throughout the whole season. Everyone except Campbell Strong, and to be fair, he is only just not a green rating, but everyone has a green rating. Rafael Floro might be up for another Player of the Season award. If we win a Champions League here, I might be seeing if I can get Hamilton Wanderers shirt with his name on the back or something, because he has been an absolute star wherever he's gone for me, both Caversham and here. The bench, as per usual, everyone in really good shape. Scheduled a friendly, so the last one was last Wednesday. These boys should be ready to go. I am going to need them to back up in a few days, so if we get in a really good position, I will be making use of those subs in key areas. Balance mentality, we might go positive. We'll see how the game goes. I find that we score more goals when we're balanced compared to going positive. Yeah, I don't know why. It just seems to be the thing with this tactic. So hopefully we don't fall at the first major hurdle here and we can get to the New Zealand Premiership final. So we've got TV broadcast. There's our team. As you can see, as I mentioned before, we're in really good form, aren't we? Yeah, not much to say there. There's the Phoenix team. Looking for names that I recognise. The Boxall that, when we did that first live commentary, the party at the Pirate episode, the Boxall wasn't the Boxall I thought he was. So, yeah, I'm confident against this lineup. They're missing the likes of Luke De Vere from that first game. They might be involved with the proper Phoenix team now. I think they're top of the table when I last saw a news article about the Wellington Phoenix in the A-League. Of course, that's not really a job that we will be looking at if it came up, because the Phoenix are in the Oceania region. They can't make the Asian Champions League. So there's not much point going for that job in the A-League. We could go for someone else, but in the A-League possibly. But we'll make sure we get the job done with these boys first, and hopefully the job locally done as well, as we are on the attack. Brundle finds Floro. Back to Brundle. Here's a crack from out wide. Oh, that's a really good effort, and it forces Pelizovic, I believe that was, into a save. Corner as we approach the 8-minute mark, and Flora will whip it in, and it's headed away by Boyce, I think it was. Not much happening after 10 minutes. All the action going our way though. And the Phoenix now have a free kick. Boxall takes it short to Main, and he goes back to Morgan, back to Main again. And they're having a bit of a contest between themselves. Roger Sinclair's now Palmer will whip this on, but Stewart wasn't quite in position to attack that, and Ho, that's that's a terrible name, isn't it? Oh. Anyway, the Phoenix have the ball, but oh no, that is bad by Brundle. Oh no way! I think that's a red card, ladies and gentlemen. Mitch Brundle, what have you done? That changes things quite a bit. Oh, poop. Right, that's not what I wanted early on today. Our captain getting sent off. First red card of the season. We've not even come close to one. Right, I think we will bring this tactic. I think we'll just put the Carolina in between these two, really. We'll be a little bit overrun in midfield potentially, but yeah. Okay. Let's see what happens. Down to 10 men. Joy, oh joy. As we have a free kick, 20 minutes gone. Rees, the sole attacking, well, he's not really attacking midfielder, but the sole central midfielder now. Al Khaleesi sort of gets smacked in the head with that and fires one. It's past the post. I'll give the boys a demand more. We are still dominating this game, but yeah, nervous times now. Down to 10 men and half an hour gone as we have a throw in. Brundle's off the field. He usually takes these. Floro will instead. He took them at Caversham, so it might not be a terrible thing. Rees gets a shot. It's in the back of the net. What an effort. The keeper, I think he punched that clear. He was well off his line, and we are 1-0 up with 10 men in the New Zealand Premiership semi-final. Al Khaleesi was looking to attack the ball. Pelizovic did indeed punch it, and Rees just puts it wide of a keeper who tries to cover his mistakes. And it is 1-0 Hamilton Wanderers, and now Flora with a free kick. And that was a bit wide, wasn't it? The height was okay, made it difficult for the keeper. And there's lots of action happening now. 1-0 to us, Hamilton Wanderers, after 34 minutes. If we can get another goal, I might be able to tell the boys just to just to calm the farm here a bit, because yeah, down to 10 men, I would ideally not try and push things too much. We are 1-0 up, so we can just stay on this balance for now. I think Floro puts one in. Palmer will get the ball in the back of the net. 2-0 after 35 minutes. A quick double. And that has somewhat calmed things down from my perspective anyway. I was very nervous after that Brundle red card. Floro has found Palmer there though. After his corner, of course, found the goalkeeper who punched it clear to Rees. So we are now in a really good position. 2-0, 40 minutes gone. So a goal kick to the Phoenix here. There is only 1 minute left in this first half, where you get the ball to Stewart. He's going to have a crack from the edge and he's put it in the back of the net. 3-0 with 10 men. This is a heck of a performance from the boys. That is a very good finish. I think the keeper probably could have done a bit better positioning wise. You see, Palmer's able to find Stewart from a long ball and he has it cracking. He just catches the keeper out a bit there and puts it into the bottom corner. I don't think it's great from them, but we won't mind at all. And it is now half time. I was not expecting that after the red card. 3-0, 10 shots to 1. Only half XG, so we are definitely being clinical today. Campbell Strong is on a yellow card, so I'll probably take him off now because I do not want to risk him. Of course, we're going to match red card, of course. Mitch Brundle, provided we make it through, because with 10 men, nothing's assured. Who the heck can I bring on? I suppose Bodica's going to have to come on here, isn't he? So we'll bring Bodica on for Strong, but Mitch Brundle will be out of that final, which could be a bit of an issue. He is important to us. He is our captain. He takes our long throws as well as a few other things in terms of set pieces. So we'll make that change with Bodica coming in for Strong, who was on a yellow. Can tell him not to ease off tackles now. And we'll start the second half. Hopefully we don't bowl it. Please, boys, please. Haven't lost all season. Just don't bowl it now. So we've got a free kick here early on in the second half. And Gray just kicks it straight to a Phoenix player. That's not what we wanted to see at the start. Funnel will find... Oh, Tracy. He kind of saves that. I suppose he did well enough. It's their first shot on target. Tracy fumbled it, but kept it out. That's what matters. Still 3-0. As we have a throw in now. It will be Floro, I believe. Yep. He gets it in. It's another scratchy effort from Prelezovic in goal for the Phoenix reserves. Out to Rogerson. Rodriguez now on the right. Kick the ball, mate. Yep, gives it to Rogerson. Rees. He'll find Rodriguez and he has got the march on his man here. Puts one in. Palmer gets his head to it just wide. That would have 100% sealed things, I think. Even with the 10 men. But we're still looking good. We're attacking them and been on top of them as the stats show. Still 3-0 after 60 minutes. Alright, I will make a sub here. Toby Rees is playing well. Starting to get tired. As I said, we've got that big game coming up. We have only made the one sub. And we don't have to worry about not having enough midfielders on the bench because we've only got 2 in the game now. So we'll bring Matei Ili. He's been good when he's come off the bench for us this season. He can come on with just under a half hour to go. As we have a free kick here, Floro. Gray gets his boot to it. It's gone straight at the keeper either side. I think that's a goal. Big chance there to absolutely wrap things up. And it's been missed. Free kick here. Gray will take it again. This time he does find one of our players. Al Khaleesi finds Floro. As I said, one of our best players this season. Not bad for the guy with the lowest rating out of the starting team. Good little flick ball out the back. Palmer gets fouled. Oh, I've just kicked it straight to Stewart though. The way he's going, he'll probably have a crack. He does. It's hit the side netting though. 20 minutes to go. 3-0. Now, do we need to make some changes? We've got a few tired bodies out there. We might leave things as they are for the moment. Maybe when we've got 10 minutes to go, we'll make a change. 3-0 with 20 to go. as we have a corner now, 72 gone. Continue to pull the pressure on them here. Floro will whip this in. Oh, they've punched it out again. Keeper is hardly convincing, is he? And now Floro has a crack just wide. All over them. I'll tell the boys to take their time actually, because I haven't done that. And it probably would have been a bit smarter early on in the game to time waste a bit more. We'll make one change. El Khaleesi hasn't had the greatest game, so I think we'll bring John and Wangi on for him. 12 minutes to go. Let's close this out, boys. Alright, we are definitely safe, I think, because we've got 20 seconds to go. We are still up 3-0. The Phoenix look to build an attack. We have cleared it with Floro. And Wangi tries to chase it down. He's not going to. Shake will get there first, but this has been a really good effort from the boys today. Going down to 10 men early, and we have still proved far too strong for the Phoenix reserves. Scoring twice in quick succession in the first half to really put them on the back foot, despite them having the numbers advantage. His play looks like it's just fizzling out a bit here. Indeed it is. They kick it to Tracy. That will do. That is, in my opinion, the best team performance of the year, just because of the circumstances alone. 3-0, the Phoenix never really got going. See, only 4 shots. Most of them were on target, but we were far too good, even with 10 men. So that is very encouraging leading into the rest of our playoff games. Albeit we might be missing Mitch Brundle for the final of the New Zealand Premiership, and we will see who we're playing shortly. I'm going to tell the boys I am very happy with that. We'll leave Mitch Brundle alone. I'm sure he knows what he's done wrong. And as you can see, the top left corner, the other results, we will play Canterbury United. So we could have a few games against them coming up. They are a team that we could play should we progress in the Champions League. We will either be playing Nadi or them in the semi-final. So we could be seeing quite a bit more of Canterbury United yet. But yeah, Brundle banned for 1 match, all New Zealand domestic competitions. So he is out of the final, Mitch Brundle, our captain. So we will have to work around that. We've got Mateali, though. I'm confident we can handle that loss and hopefully pick up our first trophy of the season. But that will do in terms of New Zealand for now. Tomorrow we will get into the 2 legs of our Champions League quarter-final against Hengine Sport from New Caledonia. Let's get rid of these friendlies. I'll just check. It hasn't been... Don't know when the date is for that final yet. Yeah, hopefully that is sorted by the time we get through or get to these Champions League quarterfinals. But if you enjoyed that heroic performance from the 10 men of Hamilton Wanderers, then make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content and want to keep up to date with this Hexagon challenge. And until tomorrow's episode with the Champions League quarterfinal, enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.